Welcome to you all and enjoy.
Hi, I'm your light shaman. Are you experiencing unpleasant energies in your home and surroundings and waking up in the middle of the night? My work involves clearing individuals, homes, and communities. Contact me at www.lightshaman.earth and I would be happy to help.
Go beyond the distorted codes of the draconian matrix and get a Lemurian oracle reading with Huna Kahasahi. For more information or to book your oracle reading, go to www.flc.earth. For all of our expecting families, we have pre- and post-birth sound healing sessions with Huna Kahiwaha, available in person in Vancouver or anywhere online. Go to www.harmonizedfamilyroots.earth. Tetrahedrons and obelisks for your on-site ceremonies, handmade and coated with Kotahara crystal dust by Huna Hikahima. Shipping is available worldwide. Go to www.shiningstar.earth.
For your high vibrational health care, go to www.lightinaction.earth. And it's a big greetings to you, sweet, sweet dear one, sweet dearly beloveds, and greetings to you, Huna Tamaake.
Greetings, Nanu Nanu.
Nanu Nanu. Wah wah Nanu Nanu. Greetings, everybody. Thank you all for being here again for another edition of Huna Flash TV. I'd like to begin just by first, if we can take a moment in sending love and best wishes and love and support from our community to the families in the Palestine and the families in Israel. We know at this time, and it seems to be going on for quite some time, the challenges that they have in that region to converge their light. Yeah. And so I wanted to invite all of you, sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds, to just take a moment for those who have lived and for those who are living in the regions of the Fatura Motu. Okay, the Fatura Motu. That is Israel and Palestine and the Palestine. So let's just take a moment for them, okay? Thank you all. Let's just remind them what it's like to be unified and back together as one family. Yeah. All right. And of course, we're sending our love out to everybody. Best wishes to everyone. Of course, those in Russia and those in the Ukraine who are on the Lamb, those who are on the Kirihi Mutu, and those who are on the Namu Mutu. To some of you, I may not make sense. Okay. It'll take a little bit for you to understand how we speak here, if you're interested. And if you stick around long enough, you just might get our languaging and our, let's just say, sharing the way we share from Lemuria. Okay. So today's topic is Stargate maintenance, light at work, light in action. Some of the updates I'd like to share with you from the Stargates. And as you know, this is a live and interactive call. So if you have a question, please, instead of rattling off in a commentary over there in the chat, bring a question to myself. Huna Tama'ake will share the link with you. All you do is you click that link and you put your volume in your YouTube. You just mute it. Don't be afraid of me. Okay? Don't be afraid of yourself. You have a question and perhaps you seek an answer. Come on and share that directly with myself and all of our sweet, sweet dearly beloveds that are here, waiting, supporting you as you reveal yourself. And this is about a great revealing. This show is always about a great revealing. So let me just say greetings to you there, Atamarie, to Bella Superstar there, and Tani Maro. These energies are kicking her ass over there. Deborah Grant. Yes, she's getting brain frog. Brain frog. You got a brain frog? She's getting brain fog. That's a twister. And Richard, greetings again to you, Richard. You're not kidding. You have a license plate. Apparently, you're not kidding, and you have a license plate that says you're not kidding. Also, greetings, Louise, Rebecca. How do you always say it? Booby?
Bube?
Boobay? Booby sounds better. Excuse me. I'm messing with you, but I'm having fun. You're feeling great. Rebecca's feeling great, reconnected and grateful. This is great. And so glad she had gotten her Lemurian birth chart. It's a little plug right there. Greetings, Tracy's Sabra. Return Knights of the Round Table. Not sure what you mean by that, Tracy. Perhaps you have a question there. Come on and ask me a question. I dare you to. I dare you come on and ask me a question to my face. Kick ass. All right. I'm playing with you, as you know. Come on now. Kathleen Scully. Huna Matoka over there in the Golden Bay. And Caroline there, she's over in the Nanu Wawa. What else do we have? Huna Tawaho, greetings to you over there in Wales and the Red Dragon, land of the Red Dragon of Second Lemuria. There's the Rastafarian. And I'm used to saying Rastafarian, so I don't know where Rastafarian comes from. But that's all good. You've got smiles and thumbs up. Thank you for being here. And all thorns, greetings to you who are from Nairobi, Kenya. Greetings to you from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you for being here. Yes, and I'm here. Oh, there's someone else too. Lisa Getter from Michigan. Welcome to you in Michigan.
And
We are here.
See, Hirimata. Did you see her?
Chandani Hirimata. Sorry, Hirimata. Huna Hirimata. Wawa Nui there, sweet dearly beloved. Looking good, looking like you're getting charged up there, Huna. So we're grateful for that. Keep getting the sun, keep getting the sand in the ocean and the North Sea. Huna Manikai, Wawa to Huna Manikai, and Fenella there in Cornwall. Susan and Susan Nelson at Edmonton, home of the Oilers. Do they still have Oilers up there in Edmonton? I don't even know. So welcome. Thank you all for joining me again today. Yes, very interesting energies you're experiencing, and I'm sure at all different levels, right? All different levels. It's always the capacity. The capacity confirms what levels you're at. The capacity of what you can handle. Today I'm wearing the whale. I'm wearing a whale shirt today. If you can see it, it's my whale. Okay, I'm wearing the whale shirt. The whale has a large capacity, so I'm going to wear the whale shirt. I hope you're wearing something today that is aligning with your capacity. Wear the things that are aligned with your capacity. Let's just see it, huh? There's more revealing going on. Stargates. In particular, the number of Stargates that we have completed so far. These are the new gates, Stargate, sweet dearly beloveds, not the old ones, not the old portals. These are the new ones. Okay, I got to reiterate that and share that with you again. For anybody listening here, the House of Huna are the guardians of the Stargates of the highest frequency. And that means that there have been no wars. Wars have been cleared and distortions have been cleared from these Stargates. So there is no arguing with a matriarch or patriarch. There is simply balanced, high frequency vibration balance with the new Stargates for the planet Matea and the higher consciousness. Okay, whether you need balance or not, whether you say something needs balancing or not, it is balanced in the highest frequency Stargates. And these Stargates are the Stargates of the Motu grid. They are Lemurian. Okay, so a little update for the Motu Stargate grid. We have completed 23 Stargates to date. Total, there are 48. Total 48. 23 out of the 48 have been completed. Now, coming in the next few months, certainly into the second part of 2024, which is after January, of course. But it is already 2024 in the Lemurian from June. We will be on our way to work with Stargate 24. Now, 24, once completed, will guarantee our ascension connection into the 24 strand DNA codes of our form, to be prepared and being prepared for our consciousness, through our consciousness, I should say, through our consciousness. Okay. Once we have completed 24, it's the guarantee that we are ascending into a higher form, and then we will begin Stargate number 25. Soon as we begin Stargate 25, we are on our way, journeying towards the 36 strand DNA. Okay, so 48 Stargates is aligning and aligned through the consciousness for the form to travel at its best pace towards and guarantee towards a total 48 strand DNA. Stargate 25 will guarantee our journey towards the 36 strand DNA. So we take this in steps because we are ahead of schedule. And we're well ahead of schedule now. Everybody is moving in closer towards certainly you're in your 12th strand DNA activated, because that's you being awake. Okay, you being awake. Now, I've made a bunch of notes here I'll try to stick to my notes. Always difficult. Always difficult. Just a little hello and wawa to you, Yadira and Susan. Well, Yadira, okay. What does that mean for the energies we're elevating ourselves through? We are integrating. Because those stargates were completed, it's guarantee the journey to the 24-strand DNA, which is quite a shift for the form. And as the stargates are aligning, it will align the energies and the solar energies, all kind of energies, gamma, the radiation, microwaves, all of it. All of it is being aligned to the stargates so that when they flow through the stargates, you receiving it. You receiving the energies from first light. Let's just say, the best you can. Ease and grace, to try to be easy on yourself. As usual, you guys know this. You try to be easy on yourself. Lay down, take a break, have a staycation. Okay, because these energies, they are very, very powerful. And this is an ascension process beyond Gaia now. We are beyond Gaia. We are in Matea. Okay, the sooner you receive this, spread the word. You can still speak Gaia if you want. You can still speak Tara if you want. But okay, these energies happening right now, of course, are a direct relationship to the work that we have been doing with the Stargates. Exactly. Now, you're going to say, yeah, well, we've been doing the work too. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. The House of Huna is working with 48 Stargates in 48 locations. And so far, we have completed 23 of those locations in person with our teams. So I'm talking about the work, light at work, not men and women at work, but light at work. You know, you go traveling down the highway and you come to the construction zones and you see those signs and yellow signs over there with a little pile of dirt and a shovel stuck in the pile of dirt on a sign that men at work. Well, think of it like this: we are light at work, and there is no slowing down on this highway. Okay, on the highway, on the light line, there is no slowing down. There is no stopping. You get on and you hang on for dear life. Hang on and be brave and courageous through your life. Hang on for your life line, your light line. So these changes and these energies are coming through because we are light at work. There is information and knowledge here in exactly directly to what I'm talking about here, the languaging and everything. It's not in English, it's in Lemurian. It's very important to understand the highest vibration sounds and speaking in that. You cannot speak it in English. You cannot speak it in Spanish. You cannot speak it in French. You can't speak it in German. You have to go to the language before Atlantis. You have to. That's where everything was unified. Was not unified in Atlantis. And you know this. It was only unified in Lemuria. And in Lemuria, in the unified sounds, they are both masculine and feminine, the one sound. You understand me? It's awfully quiet in that comment, the chat room, and the chat.
Yes, it hasn't been for a while.
Yeah, so yeah, this is the first time I've seen it so quiet. Was it because something I said? Was it something I said? Sweet dear one? Something I said? I hope it's quiet because you're thinking of a question to ask me.
Or listening intently.
Because you're listening closely and you're trying to formulate a question. And I want that question, please. Rebecca's smiling. That's all good. Thank you. Yes, Atamaria Astaria. Tawaho is listening. They're listening over there in Wales. Huna Tawaho is in Wales, and they are listening over there. Red Dragons are listening. Of course they are. Yeah, over there in the land of the Long White Dragon, they are listening over there. Bella Superstar, land of Long White Dragon. I'm glad you're listening. Come up with a question now, because this is literally this change and this shift that's happening is light at work, baby. Of course, you know this. I'm going to share with you the importance of these stargates that are aligned to the new planet and the age of Lemuria 5. I got to get you in here on this. And I got to get you in here on this. The Rastafarian is listening. Thank you so much. Irie Dims in the Rastafarian. Irie Dims in the lion, the white lion head. Irie. See, now, because Matete, lion head, white lion head is a stargate. I'm just sharing with you. Do I want to share with you each stargate and the location of these stargates? Well, I do want to share, and I have shared some of them. Right, I've shared some of them with you. And yes, Susan, take it in. Take it all in. Okay, Fenella has a question. Please, Fenella, come on and ask me the question and show us your face. Okay, come on to the screen and show us your face. You guys know this by now. It's been months that I've been saying to you, if you have a question, you have to come and ask me to my face. Don't be scared. I'm a rather likable chap. Okay? I think anyway. But this is exactly it. We are light at work. The energies are. But there is knowledge here, Fenella. I want to share the knowledge with you of what is the undoing to bring the balancing. What has to be undone to bring the balancing. Fenella is asking, how do you come on? You see that StreamYard link there, StreamYard.com, right above your comment? Fenella, click that link and put your YouTube into mute the volume in your YouTube. And all thumbs, is it? All thumb. Please share all the stargates. All I do. I share some of them here, but I share all the stargates in the wisdoms and the knowledge of the Dragon Masters course. Right? You're not going to get them that easily. You're going to get some I will share, but if you want more, this is very, very sensitive information here. Okay? You have to have some commitment before I share with you all of the stargates. At least you go off and try to mess with these stargates, and you cannot mess with these stargates. I won't allow it. We are the guardians of the stargates. So if you're going to want to know all the stargates, you're going to have to come and do your due diligence and become trusted with the stargates. You don't just get to mess around with them. Okay, Bella, I love the whale shirt. Okay, come on, Fenella, come on and hit that StreamYard link. I don't know how you can say how when it's right above you. It's right there. Go for it. Yeah. Love the whale shirt. Thank you. I've had this shirt for a long time. Years. Fenella's hopeless and she's sorry she can't see where to click.
I just posted it again.
Right down the bottom of the comment. Are you even seeing the comments? There it is there. Click it. I don't think you're that hopeless. Put your mouse on and click it. Wow, Larry Williams. Wow. Big love to you there in South Africa, Johan Dupree. Okay. So, someone's laughing. So, the alignment of these stargates guarantee your journey is being guaranteed. Of course it is. I'm just sharing with you. This is the maintenance team, the Stargate maintenance team. I am going to be employing those who are ready, that goes through our system to become a Dragon Master, to become members of the maintenance crew for the Stargates. And it is a paid position. Okay? It is a paid position. There's Vanilla now.
Yay.
Finella.
Hello.
Greetings. Hello. Have you
Hello.
been here before? Have you been here before, Finella?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh.
No,
Okay,
I started doing your course.
Oh, yes, you did. I remember your name. You are on the journey of the Dragon Masters.
Yeah, I'm on a journey of trying to rebalance my physical during the journey of the Dragon Masters.
Yes.
And that's what I wanted to ask you, because I've only done the first 2 modules and I realise how important the seed sounds are, because I've been chanting Sanskrit mantra and working with Shiva energies for 20 to 30 years now. So I realised the importance of the sound. So I've been working a lot on using my birth sign sound, E and Un, but
Yes.
I'm just triggering loads of stuff within my physical. And then I'm not quite sure how to manage to carry on clearing it. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing with it all.
Yeah, you have to carry on through the modules and continue speaking. You would have learned the login. The login is there to learn. You must speak the login. Then you are speaking the ancient sound. But these sounds, the alignments, the Sanskrit is an aspect of Lemuria. These sounds from the
I
Dragon
can't hear
Masters.
you well.
Okay, turn your phone up.
Oh,
hear
yeah,
now?
it's a tablet. I'm not very good with tech. I work outside with animals and on the garden. I'm not, don't do tech.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There we go. I can't get it any louder than that.
Okay. All right. So you've got to keep going through speaking all the sounds that the Dragon Master has for you.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
oh, I don't know why my sound's gone awful.
You should
I'll have
keep
to listen
still.
back to it again later to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Yeah. So Sanskrit is an aspect of Lemuria.
It's
Okay.
hopeless.
It is an aspect of Lemuria. Can you hear me better now? I'll put the mic a bit closer. Hello there.
Just a
Oh, your signal's not very good. Okay, you hearing me good, guys? Is it 5x5?
Yeah,
Seemed
you're
like
good.
it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if Vanilla comes back,
got a really bad
there she is
internet
again.
tonight. I'm sorry. I live in a caravan in the countryside and I've got very bad internet.
No need for sorry. It's all good.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me better? Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So your question was, what was your question again?
Well, with the seed sounds, I've realised that obviously they're really powerful, and I've been working with them, and it's sort of been triggering stuff within me to work through. But I'm really struggling with my physical. I blew up my a disc in 2012, and I was paralysed that year until I had surgery. And just using the seed sounds and sort of bringing in triggering physical stuff, and I need to clear it. Really, I'm just wondering how to use them to clear it.
You just keep speaking them, and you speak the login. You have the Wataka, the Waikara. Yes, you should have the login from the Waikara.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I've got my third module yet this month because I've only done the
Okay.
first two modules at the moment.
Every 2 days, a new module drops every 2 days. So,
Oh, okay. So I'll keep checking.
yeah, because so when you get through to the Waikato, you will learn the login, which is a large piece. It's an amplification. It's an amplifier. And then
Right.
it's an amplifier for the intention. And what it does, it puts you right. For instance, if you're asking for rain, you don't ask for rain. When you ask for something, it suggests that you don't have it. And when you ask for something, it suggests that you have no experience of what it is like to have something when you ask for it. Because what you do is you're not asking for it. What you do is you're speaking directly from having it. And there is an appreciation and a gratitude for having it. So, in other words, you know what if you're asking for rain, you know ultimately that the ground will be muddy. So you know what it feels like when you stand in mud. Okay, if you're standing in the mud and you know it's been raining, you know the feeling
You
of what it is to have rain is your feet standing in the mud. So when you're asking, you're denying yourself it because you are saying you don't know and you don't have it and you need it. But in actual fact, you want to log in. The login amplifies the directive and amplifies the intention from a perspective that you are already standing in the rain and your feet can feel the mud. In other words, do you understand what I
I've
mean?
Yeah, you've made my penny drop. I see what you mean. So, like you say, when you're asking for rain, instead of saying I need it, you stand there and you feel it on yourself, and you feel the wet, and
Yeah,
you
you
smell it on the
remember.
grass, and you
You
and
re-
you
yes,
you you visualize it like that, and you tap into it like that. So instead of
you
like me having a panic that I'm going to blow up my base chakra again, like I did before, and paralyze myself again, I've got to see myself in perfect health in the now.
yes, you
And
you
and
you know
and, and yeah,
we all have a joy of standing in the mud at at some stage in our life. So we know the experience.
I'm really good at crawling around in the mud. I do it quite a lot.
Then just be with that feeling and then speak the codes that I've shared that you're gonna learn in the Dragon Masters. You speak those sounds that amplifies it and delivers it to you, and it'll appear. It will just appear. So what you want, and you're asking, and you know your intention for the
Right, and
body.
just carry on using the sea sound.
Please do, because that is the key. Okay, Randy's visiting. Here's another question. Thanks, Vanilla.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Aloha.
Hey, aloha wawa there, Randy. Good to see you again. You're a little blurry.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
you're
know.
moving too fast. Maybe you're moving too fast that you're just a blur.
Maybe it's the stupid TV in the background.
So good. You got some fitness happening back there.
No, well, it's a form of rugby, right? No.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah. How are you, my brother?
I'm very good. I'm enjoying kind of a staycation, Randy.
Yeah.
I've been
Well,
home for a month and it's so nice.
I been up in Shasta for the past 3 months up there.
Oh,
So
yes.
where I was staying at, I couldn't get internet. I was in Castella down by Castle Rock.
Yeah,
You,
okay.
you familiar with that, Castle Crag?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and so your subject today is energy centers, stargates, portals.
Well, an update of the Stargates, the work that the gates that we have completed so far, and our journey to the next set of 24 so
Yeah,
far. The
because
next set of 24.
I know that there are certain areas where there's just portals opening up in energies. I could definitely feel some the shifts that were going on with the up in Mount Shasta up there. Uh, so,
Yes.
are you familiar with Shasta, right?
Of course, I work with Adamas and the Telos.
Yeah,
I
because
work with them many times.
yeah, because
And the Nonohi, do you know who the Nonohi are? I've worked with them many times. They're from
not
Shasta.
familiar with them, but
Yes.
yeah. So, but I'm just curious. There's Castle Crags. I mean, there's some energy coming off of that, and it seems like the energy from Mount Shasta kind of goes down into that area. So there's some type of connection between. I know they're both Lemurian, but between Castle Crags and Mount Shasta.
Yeah, because that whole area, the beings,
Uh huh.
especially the birds, they also open portals. Okay. So the birds and the animals open portals all the time, which part of nature's accessing and allowing energy to come through many dimensions through the highest vibrations. And these beings are a high vibration. That's why they have ability to open, like the hummingbird can open portals. It does it all the time. It sometimes, they'll close them and sometimes they don't close them. And they're all part of that Shasta area, that whole area of Lemuria, because that's Shasta is one of three important locations concerning Lemuria, one of three. If you know Adamas and the Telos, know that the language Telos, uh, in our language of Lemuria, Telos means it can also mean down, right, or under. Okay, telos means down or under. In our language, we say raro. In that language, they say telos. And the Adamas language is the sound of telos, which means down or under, also meaning inner. Down meaning inside, like down in the ground. Right? Telo. That's what that means. In my language, it's raro. Now, so it's one of three very important locations have an access to the Stargates. And linking over to actually, it's a link over to the Stargate. The main Stargate is in for that area is in Donor Lake at Mount Donor Peak, the
Oh
Donor
yeah,
Peak. That's the most important
I've
uh,
driven.
node for the Stargate. That's the Stargate at Donor Lake. Yeah. It's not
Yeah,
Shasta. Shasta's in the Earth Stargate. We just got to travel inside. Right? That's why it means telo, means laro, means go in. The Stargate, the apex Stargate is Donor Peak.
I
But you're
see.
right. What's connected around Shasta? There's many portals there, and we, of course, the bird tribes. They have the bird portals. They just show up. They just pop in, and then like, where'd that come from? Right? Oh yeah, they create their portals.
Okay. So yeah, I was just kind of wondering though, because if the relationship between Castle Crags and Mount Shasta, like maybe Ascension Rocks or something, there's got to be a magnetic release. Is like Castle Crags like ground some of that frequency from Mount Shasta, or
Yeah, I'm actually that is also correct that you say that because Black Butte, which is right near it, right? Black Butte,
yeah,
right near it. That Black Butte, we had to use Black Butte to shunt energy out of Shasta to move the energy from Shasta to Black Butte, and the Castle Craig. That whole area is also used as a like a what's the word, a jump or what's the word? It's when you attach um, two ends of the wire jumper. It's like a jumper, and it jumped the energy from Shasta to Black Butte because Shasta had to be shut down at one stage, and so the area you're talking about was where the energy was being shunted across like a shunt. That's what it is.
I see.
Shunt.
Because I know it goes all the way down through Dunsmuir there in a certain part of it, because you'll see the trees are all kind of twisted in a different, and and it just must flow down right through there into the crags.
Yeah, it maybe still be that way since we did the work 15 years ago to shunt the energy out of Shasta, because Shasta was being poisoned with all
Yeah,
the WESAC ceremonies and all the work that was being done. It was being poisoned, and
yeah,
so it had to be shut down. But Shasta is part of 3, and then the area that you're talking about is like a shunt channel, shunting Shasta's energy over to Butte and then back again. We shunted it also when it was ready. We shunted it back, and Shasta came alive again. But that's a strong area.
yeah. Hey, there's another thing I wanted to ask you. What do you think about the sun going reversing its polarity this year?
Well,
That's
reversing or going into what is the undoing or counterclockwise.
right. Okay, so it's
Yeah,
shifting back, right?
it's
Because
yeah. It doesn't have to. Um, let's say physically shift its position, right? Spin in another direction. The solar energies and those magnetic energies simply switch directions. It doesn't
yeah,
have to be that the planet will, physically do that. It's the accessing the field, the solar currents, the cosmic solar energy. And whose intention is it? Because it's operating on intention, on
well,
consciousness.
well, I'm kind of excited about it because there's been a lot of frequencies that have been coming from the sun, and you were talking about the gamma, the plasma, light encoded frequencies that are hitting us. It's just been, I mean, phenomenal the last month or so.
Because we've been our intention, our consciousness has been in the undoing mode for the past number of years now. Some are kind of catching up to this understanding, this intention of the undoing, undoing what does not serve. And when we are in sync, and we are stronger at this now, we are definitely stronger at the undoing technology, which is Lemurian, which is total consciousness, shifting energy with the consciousness, right? So we can shift, and we've been doing that with this planet as well, sending and awakening the consciousness to the undoing. But this planet rotates the way that it does rotate. This is not a flat planet. If this was a flat planet, and if there was a dome, where do the meteorites come from? Where do
Yeah,
the comets come from? They come through. It takes higher frequency access to come through the field. We do know there is a barricade and a blockade of energies that are there, but they want to say biblically it's a firmament, but that's not true. You have to be of high frequency to be able to access through the stargates. So we have access now. All those energies are aligning to our higher frequency, solar energy, the planet's alignment. The return of Lemuria is counterclockwise. That's its natural state. The universe is a natural state. It cannot be. It cannot be all. It must be the undoing, because we are always discovering ourselves. So in the discovering, there must also return the undiscovered for us to rediscover. So and in that understanding that everything has to be open to change, and so everything has to be undone to be also to lay the slate blank so new information can come in, and that is why it's infinite and eternal. It's not a trap. Actually, I'm going to talk about that shortly, which is aligned to what you're talking about here.
that's great. Yeah, 'cause I always thought the flat Earth is a joke. I don't believe in that. We talked about it. The Earth is a torus field or a
Yes, it
toroidal.
is.
Yeah, and that's how the toroidal field energy. I mean, even we are, have
We
our
are.
own
Yeah,
toroidal field going.
we're. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, the planet is a sphere of toroidal energy, both physically and non-physical. And comets and asteroids, comets can come through to the planet and hit the planet.
Yeah. Well,
It's
what
both
about
ways.
these eclipses coming up here in the next couple of weeks? That's going to
Yeah,
be some pretty big change of energy, right?
it's going to be quite impressive.
Yeah, I hear lots of good things about these coming.
It's preparing. It's preparing all of us. Yeah, you're getting prepared. I'm asking everybody to come to the Stargate with me and get yourself prepared and come to the next series of Stargates with me, because now we're moving across the line from the 12 strand DNA up to the 24. And
Yeah,
out in the consciousness, the body will follow, but we got to get your consciousness there.
yeah.
Yeah.
When is that?
Well, we start moving into the 24th Stargate will be early in the new year, early in the next a few months, 3 to 4 months. I'll have the next alignment timing for the
Where's
next
that?
Stargate mission. Now, there's a few candidates.
Yeah.
I've still got to complete one Stargate for the Lamb, which is the Kirihi Mutu, it's the continent. And then I have to complete some 4 Stargates for the Dove. Now, the Lamb, the Stargate on the Lamb is in Kiev. In Kiev. Now you know what's going on there.
Oh,
The
yes.
the Lamb and the Dove are struggling to change, to bring everybody into convergence. The Dove is Russia. The Ukraine is on the Lamb. Right? These are big continental energies. These
Yes.
are energetic continents. They're not just land masses. These are energy beings, and they dictate where the energy is needs to be adjusted, and they dictate where the stargates are aligning to best suit, right, to best bring everything into solvency, right,
Well,
into solvency. And the Stargate is in Kiev now. Russia has 4 stargates. No, not just Russia, but that continent, the Dove. Well, it's pretty much its own continent. There are 25 stargates remaining. Okay, so and there are 12 energetic continents. Okay, 12 energetic mass times mass energies of 12 continents, 12 around the one. Okay. So I will let you know. Everybody will know. I will let the message out who's ready. You have to get prepared to come with me, though. You cannot just willy nilly learn about where the Stargate is and you can just show up. You have to learn the ceremonies. You have to learn the codes. You have to get some education here, because this is not Gaia anymore. This is not willy nilly, free willy nilly. This is not Gaia. This is Matea, and Matea is very, very, let me say, the energy of Matea is very demanding. And it is very demanding right now. Okay. It's demanding all your focus, all your physical abilities. Yeah. Some are saying, you have to be in nature every day just to exist. Understand that you are the land, the water, the sky. Understand that you are the nature. You don't have to be in nature. Go and be in nature if you're getting sick of your rowdy neighbors. If you're getting sick of the urban areas and taking the bus and stuff, go to the nature. But it's more powerful if you can be the nature from inside, because that's what we are. And the stargates are in there, aligned in there. So I'm trying to share that with you. Okay, trying to share that with you.
all right. Well, I know you're not messing around, so
No, we're not.
you
I want everybody here to one day be employed by the House of Huna on the Stargate maintenance teams to go to do the jobs. I'm going to be offering highly paid employment to become Dragon Masters to go and do the maintenance work for the Stargates, the new Stargates. I'm getting ready to do that. I still have more to graduate from the Dragon Masters to select a team. The teams will be consisting of 13 individuals, each team. Right? and all of my funding is going towards employing all of those who are ready. And it's a regular job. You'll be maintaining Stargates. The Stargates that will be set in motion for the 48 Stargates have to be maintained.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to think about it.
Well, I'm not saying for you now. I'm just that's the framework. That's the model.
I don't know if that's something I could pull off, but hey, we'll have to see.
It's a tough model, Randy. This is a challenge. I have over 20. I think it's 20 that have graduated from Dragon Masters from the recent graduation.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready. And there are some that have been with me, but have learned that the capacity of energy at the Stargates is huge. And some can only withstand going to a Stargate once or twice, let alone, being on a maintenance team.
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
I got a little work to do on myself. After I complete that, then maybe I'll see if I could take a next step.
I'm moving things along too. I'm also working on making things easier for people to attend. So it's just going to take me a little bit of time, but I think the next 6 months is going to be amazing. Next 6 months is going to be amazing. Yeah, our lifetime's amazing, but the next 6 months, in terms of a pathway to walk and to service beyond the self, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
See what happens. I'm just get tired of all this crap they're just trying to throw at us all the time.
I know. Week by week, Randy, week by week. I mean, this is a great week coming up. It's a very powerful week coming up. October 9 is aligned to the Kirihi Motu. We are now in the Lamb. We're in the month of the Lamb, which is the birth sign of Lemuria, which is the Lamb. And the Lamb is bringing the golden fleece, which means a lot of gold energy is being released this month.
Yeah. Anyway, before I go, I just wanted to show you. I got some of the Lemurian crystal.
Nice.
Yeah. So I
job.
purchased this. I don't know how to use it like normal people, but I did use it as to give an offering to at the very top of I could go to Mount Shasta. I decided to go, I'm just going to go up to this ridge right here that I just kept on going and going. I left my water bottle, so I had to eat a little snow, but I gave some money.
Yeah.
So I gave a little bit of
the Kotahara
as an offering up there. And
thank you so much.
And also at Castle Lake too. I had to go swimming in Castle Lake because that has the black tourmaline quartz.
The tourmaline, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just so healing. People wonder why they're feel so good in there. It's just because it's draining all that negative energy out of your body.
Yeah. So to learn a little bit more, I mean, the person you purchased that from, lightshaman.earth.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to her because she can also help you in terms of a ceremony and a practical way and a practical use. It's very powerful. That is from that's the diamond dust from the comet that created the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh wow.
That's where that stuff is from.
That's a diamond, so it's not even Lemurian crystal then, huh?
No, because during our war, when we were in Lemuria 4, this was before the Yucatan. This whole area was known as Lemuria 4, and that was 60 million years ago. When we got into our war, this was the big war. This was huge, and the comet was a weapon. It wasn't a natural disaster. That's why I'm saying we know that there is no firmament because we know that we were doing energy coming into this area. Well, that's why there's a barricade now, but 60 million years ago, we got into it.
This was the comet that hit in the Gulf of Mexico, right?
This was from the comet that hit the Gulf of, which is now the Gulf of Mexico. There was no Gulf of Mexico.
No, I know, but
that what you're holding in your hand comes from the comet that created the Gulf of Mexico.
Wow, I better treat this like it's gold.
It is diamond dust. It is gold. It is amazing. The beings in the formless and the beings in the form know what that is. And when you take it to places around the world, it just lightens, it just accelerates and amplifies the light.
Yeah.
Yes, Richard. Pre-firmament. In other words, pre-barricade. Richard, pre-barricade.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's what you got. And we work with that.
Yeah.
The Hunas work with that. That's the most powerful one.
Yeah, I ordered it, then I had to leave. So I was in Shasta for 3 months, and I don't have a vehicle for that area. So, and plus my dog, she doesn't like the cold snow. So I had to get out of there. So I'm thinking about heading up to Sedona for the winter if I can make it up there.
The codes of the 5D Christ consciousness were activated into that crystal a number of years ago. I worked with the Arcturians. I worked with some other star nations on the ground here who are also now Huna, who became Hunas. We worked together to anchor Central Galactic Center, which is the Ark. We anchored a pillar. I was asked to anchor the pillar from the Ark, Central Galactic Ark, to the planet, and we loaded in the 5D Christ consciousness into the planet from there. That's what you're carrying in your hands.
Oh my gosh, I feel blessed. I can't believe it.
And that was over 10 years ago. I did that, Randy.
Wow. That's wonderful.
And the 4 wonderful women that worked with me then, they were, and the Arcturians that had asked that we build the team to do this. Yeah. And this is the way to access through the barricade. That's why I know you can go through the barricade with pre-firmament stuff. And you can go through if you're of the highest concentration of consciousness and frequency.
Wow. Well, let me see if I can get some more. Start spreading it around.
Get on board with us. Become a Dragon Master, and you'll be set using the codes that come from that is aligned to.
All right. Well, I'm seriously thinking about that then.
Thank you, Randy.
All right,
Great
my brother.
Good
right. Talking to you too, my brother. Take care.
And much love up there. Okay, well, wow.
All right, bye-bye. Well,
oh, that's wonderful news. I'm glad, Brother Randy. And so, who's got the Kotahara Tamake?
That is the light shaman. That's Kahihoi.
Light shaman, .earth.
Yeah, I have the link here somewhere.
And she had gathered some up for us so that we don't all have to go and gather it. She gathered it. Sweet, sweet dear ones. The Kotahara comes from a very special place on the planet. And we have been using it for such a long time. I've been sharing it for such a long time. Now the Hunas have built their system so that you can have access to it now. Just go straight to lightshaman.earth. Highly recommend this. And the Bindi Masters and the Lamas and the Rinpoches also recommend this. I've done work with them with this crystal, and they stand beside it. They just as a drop some names there. I just drop a name in that one. Yeah, that's a great. Good to see you. Thanks for the kind words, everybody here. Yeah, if you have any more questions, come on in. So I wanted to share also that we're guaranteed from the Stargates, the number 24 will be coming up over the next 3 months or so, and that's going to guarantee the next step into the 36-strand DNA coding we're bringing into the planet, into the consciousness, and then in the not too distant future into your system, into your form, okay, through your consciousness. Okay, so that is all on the march. You know these things, and you probably feel these things. I'm just sharing with you because some don't feel these things, and some need help. And we said to Gaia a long time ago, we're going to take everybody with us. And when Matea arrived, everybody is still with us on the planet. Well, mostly 8 billion, right? When the nefarious ones were trying to knock off, 3 or 4 billion. We said, no, we can carry everybody in. You have to come on and ask me a question. I'm afraid if you want an answer, you've got to come and ask the question. So do that. There's the link right there. Yes, Birgit, how do you say Ot?
Oh, that's
You want to-
QHH. Just QHHT is the last
Oh,
name.
QT?
That's the type of quantum
QT?
healing she does.
Oh, yeah, and you want to do the Dragon Masters, please do. This will amplify your quantum healing technology. Yeah. Yes, Nicole, we were just in Shambhala. We were just there in Mongolia in the Gobi Desert. Absolutely. So let's take a break and think about your questions, sweet dear ones. Please come on and show your face. People want to meet you. People want to talk to you.
Hang
Okay?
out with us.
Come and show your face and ask you. We'll have a chat. But we're going to jump over to a commercial right now to share some of our wonderful Huna's work. All right. We'll see you in a moment.
Hi, I'm your light shaman. Are you experiencing unpleasant energies in your home and surroundings and waking up in the middle of the night? My work involves clearing individuals, homes, and communities. Contact me at www.lightshaman.earth and I would be happy to help.
Go beyond the distorted codes of the draconian matrix and get a Lemurian oracle reading with Huna Kahasahi. For more information or to book your oracle reading, go to www.flc.earth. For all of our expecting families, we have pre- and post-birth sound healing sessions with Huna Kahiwaha, available in person in Vancouver or anywhere online. Go to www.harmonizedfamilyroots.earth. Tetrahedrons and obelisks for your on-site ceremonies, handmade and coated with Kotahara crystal dust by Huna Hikahima. Shipping is available worldwide. Go to www.shiningstar.earth.
And guess who's back? All right, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. I hope you've got a question. We'll just carry on. If you still trying to spin one up, that's all good. I wanted to also share, I think with the Stargates, I think perhaps you've gotten a little bit more understanding on that. But I also wanted to talk about these energies are spinning up, and these energies are the way they're coming in and the way they're turning, the way at what Randy was talking about, the counterclockwise, the solar energy is shifting its shifting its spin. As you coming out of the draconian Gregorian matrix, that which is carrying the codes from the zodiacs, you have to realize the zodiacs are codes from the draconian and the Gregorian. Coming out of the matrix, I mean, everything is a matrix, but so when you're shifting over to Lemuria, Lemuria is also a matrix or a reality, but it is of benevolence, okay? The highest intention. Now, the way this works, sweet dear ones, there is a manual for this, okay? There is a manual for shifting over from one matrix to the one that doesn't serve you to a matrix that does serve you. There is a manual for this. They wanted to say it was the Bible. They wanted to say it was the Torah. They want to say it's the Quran and many manuals. The Ethiopian Bible before the King James Version. These are manuals. Some of them are more marketing manuals than they are, religious or faith. So mostly marketing with a little bit of religion and faith, according to whoever's pushing it. Right? So Lemuria has a manual as well. We call that the Wataka. Oh, great. Another word to learn, yeah? Well, Wataka means the principles of first love, from the first stone, which is crystal, into the firstborn. Okay? These are first principles. From the first love comes the form in the first crystal, comes the firstborn. That's you. That is a manual. It's your manual. The Wataka is coded and shared and spoken in a time before confusion, and that is Lemuria. Now, the systems available, the operating systems that the Wataka manual and the instructions and guidance is in there are way before the Bible. They're not biblical. It's total high-tech instructions for your high-tech being and your high-tech frequency and your high vibration. Is very technical. You are super intelligent technology. You really are. You guys know this, right? You might have a hint of it in the Bible or the Torah or the Quran. These are just that they're borderline psychotic, those manuals. They're borderline psychotic. They're nothing but threat all day long with mostly marketing. And those threats there's a marketing ploys. I call them the greatest marketing tool ever, right? And the greatest poster child is Jesus, right? Used on both sides of the argument. Crazy. Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Kathy. Lemuria has its operating manual, and it does not have it has no discernment. It has discernment that has no reason to tell you wherefore, why, how, what, just to show you what you can do. Just to show you what you can do. This is the Wataka. She or he was the firstborn from the first principles of first love and the first Christ crystal. Crystal, the first stone being the Christ, which is the Christ refers to the crystal. Sure, of course they're the Waitaha. I know who the Waitaha are, Bella. They're my family members. They are from the Waka Ngai Tahu, from the Waka Takitumu of the Iwi Ngai Tahu. Right? Of course I'm right. I know who they are. So, and being Wataka is Lemurian. Yes, Richard, flipping it back, undoing what doesn't serve again. Now, here is an in and out, in and out. You guys know about the time loop and the time trap, right? Let me just share this side of it. I haven't really spoken it like this way, but I decided just the other day that I'm going to talk about time trap loops. It is not necessarily time, sweet dear ones. It is distance and energy traveling. It's about the ancient traveler. Okay, and along the journey, let's get into this. Along the journey of the light line, there are bus stops, and there is an airport, and there is a harbor with ports and docks. There are these places that have these that the traveler can get on and off of a vehicle that travels through the light line, or if you like to say, your life. Right? So it's not time. You can go to the bus stop. So what does the bus stop or the harbor or the airport have? They have time schedules. They have schedules. Right? They have schedules. You pick up the schedule for the light line, the bus or whatever, and you know when to stand there and wait for the bus to come along and you jump on. Right? There's a manual for that. There are codes for that. Right? There's places to be, places to go throughout all dimensions and all realms and all matrices, all of it, and all realities have a bus stop. It's called a timetable. It's the timetable, not exactly about time. It's when you can get on the bus and when you can get off. It's a moment. Okay, now, when you get on, and even if you're coming through the Draconian or the Gregorian, this is how we get you back out. This is how we flip you out. This is how we dump you out into Lemuria and straighten you up and dust you off and get you back on the proper light line. Get you out of the ghetto. This is the bus station, and the flight plan that gets you out of the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So you come into it from the Draconian and you have your zodiacs. You get your zodiac, and that is your timetable. And they drop you in the time loop through your zodiac, and your zodiac is taking time, taking you through that time loop from going into clockwise direction. At the same time, it's stealing your energy from the counterclockwise revolution or rotation. So you're doing this thing, spinning, right? And it's just trapping you inside the loop. Okay? Now, there's their manual for it, and their manual is the Bible. That manual is the Quran. That manual is the Torah. That is the manual of the Draconian. That's the Draconian manual for their timetable and their bus stop, their buses and their planes and their canoes and whatever it is. And and the bus drivers, the commanders, the captains, the generals. You know what I'm saying, Blue Raven? Very good. Kick ass, kick ass. So what it's doing is it's putting you into the timetable, sending you clockwise on the timetable, sending your consciousness away from the energy, and then sending your body through the energy so they can take the body without you looking. I'm sharing this concept with you because if you look here where it says January, you got the He'a and the He'a and the Okapi. Yeah, could it be? Okay. So there is you see the top arrow, the arrow in the top. You're heading in the January, February, March direction. Your consciousness is, because you've got to set up your timetable. You've got to set your consciousness in motion albeit subconscious or conscious, whichever mind. You got to set your mind in motion. I've got to get up at this time, and I've got to go to the bus stop at this time. And you'll travel in that direction, January, February, clockwise. Yep. And then your body is moves with the planet regardless. So it's going to move counterclockwise. The energy, the seasons of love, they move counterclockwise, the opposite direction away from your timetable. So in other words, while you're looking in one direction, they're taking the energy from you from another direction. You know this is deceptive. Okay, so the Lemurian is showing, and the Lemurian can show you when you come back in, it also has a way for you to get out of it. There is an entrance and an exit. In the Draconian manual, there is no exit. There is only an entrance. In the Wataka manual, there is a way to get in, and then and there is an exit. Why am I saying, well, why do you want us still to get in and go in that direction? That is your life cycle, a lesson of learning. Okay, but it also has as a way when you've learned so much, you can step out and then go back to the energies and have your energies go with you in your body. You can bring them all with you together because they cycle together. See what I'm saying? The timetable and the energy is the seasons of love cycle together in alignment. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this in a very simple way. Can you understand me? I think I'm being simple enough, and I'm like, I don't want to be too vague. There is some education needed here, but certainly you need to throw away your zodiacs, get rid of the zodiacs, toss them out. You don't need the zodiacs. What Capricorn? What Sagittarius? What tropic of whatever? You don't need them. Exactly, Richard. Carry your alignment with you. Everything goes with you, and always has. Now, but because of influence, manipulation, they overtook that. They overrode your sovereignty. So now it's not just a matter of saying, "Oh, I need to carry it with me," but okay, now you carry what? Let me just say to you, carry the Wataka, the manual of Lemuria with you. Carry the Wataka with you. Learn it, because it is you. It's you wrote it. You wrote the Wataka, and you were helped. There was help for you to write it. You've got the Bible, throw that away. You've got the Torah, throw that away. You got the Quran, throw that away. And even the Ethiopian Bible that's stuck in one flag, throw that away too. Return to Lemuria and carry the Wataka, the principles of first love, from the first crystal of Christ, the crystal of stone, the first crystal stone for the firstborn. Return to the first principles every nanosecond of the moment. Even when you're getting on the bus and getting off the bus, carry that manual with you. That's right, Richard. The Bible is it's a mystery novel. Granted, there's some mystery with the Wataka. It's only mystery because you need to confirm it. You can confirm it. There's a way in and there's a way out. In the other manuals, they don't give you a way out. They give you death. Death is not the way out. There is no such thing as death, sweet, sweet, dearly beloveds. There is pain. There is completion in certain cycles and energies. And that's it. Right? And you move to the next level of your energies with your consciousness intact. Right? Flip the ending. So we speak to this as in the time loop cycle. Yes, you can get in on the draconian or the draconian. You cannot get out. And the way to get out in the Lemurian, the exit is through your motu. To be with the motu on the way in and the motu on the way out. Karen asked a question. She didn't come on the screen. Hello, Karen. You got to come on the screen, dude. Come on, be fair. Everyone else has to. Hi, Veronica. Nice to see you. Karen Pella Ciotti. Pella Ciotti. Apologize for butchering your name, but ask a question. But okay, where's the exit? The entrance and the exit is in the Wataka. Study it. It's within the Motu. The Motu replaces your zodiac. It carries you in, carries you out. It goes with you. Doesn't sit up there in the sky and talk a lot of jib jab. Chatti, Palachati. Buongiorno. Buongiorno, Karen Palajati. Chatti. Anyway, Wataka. You can learn these things. We have a place for these things to go to. You can learn. There's a lot there. There's a lot. It's a lot of fun. There's practical stuff here too, sweet dear ones. But Wataka has practicality to it. I offer you and I urge you to go to a reading with Huna Tamahake on your Lemurian birth chart. That'll kick you into gear.
And we do look at this image when I do the chart reading. I do walk through it.
Yeah, she'll walk you through it. I'm sharing with you that we talk about matrix. Everything is a matrix. It's whether or not one is benevolent and one is malevolent. Which one you're going to have? If you're going to have something, have Lemuria, have the Wataka. Okay, so that's the manual. It's a manual. Actually, when you go to the Dragon Masters course, you're learning things. You go through the courses and the modules, and you can create your own manual, your own book of indexing and sound and language, what's available there, and the practical tools and ceremonies that are available there to use in the name of you and on behalf of you and your family. Okay, so there is so much more here in the Wataka. It also has what is known as the Kaha. The Kaha is your source energy that powers your chakra system. The Kaha. It's the balancing of the polarities and balancing of your energies into one chakra or one Kaha. Through the Kaha. Kaha means pure power. Kaha, pure power, pure source. That's all available in the manual. Yeah, unlock the mess. It brings things to such simplicity. The way they get you is to put you into confusion, and the way that they get you into confusion is by confusing you with all kinds of nonsense. Kaha, K-A, second word H-A, Kaha. The firstborn and the first breath. Okay, first breath of the firstborn, Kaha. Source power. So, throw a question. Come on, bring that questions out here. Let's get one person on here before I get out of here. All right. It's already it's already 3:00. After 3. We're moving right along here. Just to also touch on, just to touch on Israel and Palestine again until we wait for a question. I was in Israel to 2/18 on the 11/11/11. I created a gathering known as the Paradigm Convergence. This was 11/11/11 in Jerusalem. The mission was to converge the paradigm. In other words, converge the intentions, bring the unity and converge the coding so the unity would combine. Because I was working with in Israel and in Palestine, right? Jerusalem and in Palestine, bringing the working and clearing the codes to bring the coding back into unification, clearing a lot of energies, returning the dragons back to the White Star Dragon family, back to where they're meant to be. Okay. And so I had 54 Hunas with me at that for that week we were there. Powerful work. And the work we did was to amplify the convergence of the intention and the paradigm convergence of Israel and the Palestine to come back together as one. They're going through the challenge of that, right? They've been going through that challenge even before we were there. But the reason why we went there is to include the right of return. And the energies and the codes for the right of return had to be introduced as the undoing codes were being implemented. So the implementation of the undoing codes would allow the blank space to open and get the codes of dialogue and the codes of the Wataka implemented in the land, the water, the sky, on location, and certain ceremony there. Yeah, Lorena, just click that the StreamYard link and put your YouTube and the volume on your YouTube into mute. Come on and ask me one question. That'll be my last question. And so the challenge with Israel and Palestine that's happening now, they've declared war. Israel has declared war. Well, Israel always declares war, right? They're always declaring that, even when they don't say they're gonna declare war. They've been in the war, lifetimes of war, millenniums of war. They just can't get enough of war. That's what they love to do. They love to fight, and they love to kill and destroy. If they're always declaring it, right? That whole area, they have the power to stop as the most developed nation out of the two, the most civilized, developed nation out of the two, of the Palestinians and the Israeli. Israel has the most developed city and nation. They can just stop. Okay, Karen's here. All right, Karen. Oh, she looks like she's here. Karen Palachati. Right, so out of the nations, Israel is the most developed nation, has the most resources, the biggest military, and all of the wonderful streets and shops and stores and schools and hospitals, where the Palestine has nothing. Israel also has the power to just stop and say, here, we're going to give you some of this for your, yeah, we're going to give it all to you. We're going to share. But no, they don't want to share. What does that tell you? So when we did the work over there, it was to converge, the paradigm converge the intention into one of benevolence. And they are going through the motions of it still. But they won't let go. It's not a matter of saying Palestine's got to stop too. No, they don't have anything. They don't even have a pot to piss in. And they're trying to fight for what they have. They're trying to fight for the pot that they're pissing in. And Israel's got everything they need. And they just want to get rid of you can't do that. It's called genocide. The people with the pot to piss in are going to fight back. They don't have an army. They got friends and family. That's all they got. Okay.
I think there were some technical issues because it said the device wasn't connected.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And Rebecca's saying, like a soldier, we are in war. War doesn't exist, Rebecca. What a load of crap. We can only win if we fight till the end. No, you can't. You don't need to fight. The whole point of it is you don't need to fight. Stop. And if they keep hitting you, you're still gonna have to stop. If you are if you are the larger nation and you're the most developed and the most civilized, then stop and share. Because that was the code we shared to in the Temple Mount. We were at the Dome of the Rock. We dropped the ceremony right there in front of everybody, in front of the military. They couldn't stop us. We did the same again at the Wailing Wall. We introduced a whole new set of Lemurian ceremonies right there at the Wailing Wall. And the military was standing right there and they couldn't do anything about it. The light and the power of the source energy was too high for them. They couldn't recognize it. Yes, and they've been triple vaccinated. Now, yeah, well, see, that's what happens. Israel's going to lose all of their lineage anyway. Marawawa, here we go. Marawawa nui there, ani nui nui.
Hey, ani nui nui. Huna.
Greetings to you in the darkness.
Hey. I like to hang out there and hug everyone.
Thank you very much. How's it going?
How's everything going?
Oh, we can't hardly hear you, dude.
You're very quiet, but yeah.
It could be my Wi-Fi connection.
I can hear you. I'll just turn my speaker
Hello?
up. Yes.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. I can hear you. Oh, I can see you. You're standing. Miigwech.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was in a little area where. Hello?
Yeah. You're still in the dark.
In my house. But
Yep.
Yeah. Question.
Yes.
Solar flash. How
Yep.
has your body been integrating? My body
That's
is,
it. How's my body?
Yeah, how has your body been integrating the energy since the solar flash?
Wow, I tell you, man, right after the solar flash, I was purging, coughing, sick for a good couple of weeks, right, Tamaki?
Yeah, and that's not typical.
And it's not typical for me. My lungs and my heart and everything, my throat, the tiny voice from heaven was being cleared out. I just cleared it out. Actually, I'm just on the edge of it now, and it's amazing. Yeah, kick ass was what happened. I got my ass kicked. Let's kick ass, baby. And I feel great. I'm feeling because I've just been laying down to receive it all, let it come through my body. And it was like brutal. And it's like it's elevating. I can feel it. I accept it. So I accept it for sure, you know. And I think that there's still more coming through.
oh gosh.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're going quiet. You got quiet again.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with this mic here. I'm trying to adjust as we go. It's the older phone. But anyways, if you can still hear me, maybe you can hear it on recording. I'm feeling those same symptoms that you just described. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Oh,
There you go, Larry, pulling the water out of the baby's lungs. Yeah, you go. I like that one. I'm doing all right. Yeah, Thomas, I'm 60. I'm 60, and I'll be 60 in a minute, a few months. And yeah, it's just, another revitalization for sure. I like that one, pulling the water out of the baby's lungs. That's awesome. I've coughing them up. I've coughed it up. I coughed it up. My chest was being pounded. My head was being pounded. My throat was pulsing. My my lungs, my ribs were feeling it from coughing so much, coughing and hacking up big time because I have a big frame. So when I make noise, there's quite a large vibration. I mean, you probably know that too, Marawawa. We're both, as being indigenous, we're quite large frame, big breath, like a lot of noise. But that's also um, working on the ribs and the rib cage and the backbone and everything and the hips, putting everything into it.
Hit nail on the head. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Holy smokes! It felt like an arrow being fired off, and it just took right off. So that was good.
Are you
I
you you
appreciate
you,
that, Brother Huna.
what's that?
I appreciate that very much, brother.
Appreciate you too, brother.
Feel,
Are you feeling better?
I'm starting to feel better. Yeah, it's just clearing the lungs now.
Yeah.
That's been going
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to, yes, I'm looking forward to December and the mass times mass, because I've got some mass seals coming up in December. I've got mass dragon rides happening in November. I'm looking forward to hitting those and just I'll be powered up, way powered up. And I've got mass seals happening in December.
Is there those dates? I haven't learned what that date yet.
Oh, the manual. Well, you didn't you join the Dragon Masters?
Yeah, I joined the Dragon Masters, but I haven't totally integrated it.
Yeah. Well, when you start integrating the Dragon Masters and the Wataka information, you just make your own book out of it. Make your own notes and your index. Just write stuff on your notebook, and that begins the basis of the manual. Is what you can understand of it, and then you go ahead and do some practical things with it, as you know you've been doing. And always write whatever mission you did, ceremony you did, write that ceremony out, because no doubt the pieces within that ceremony that you utilize from the Lemurian will form the basis of your manual, Wataka manual. Because then it's being written from your experience. It's being written from your experience now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do it all over again, I think, or something.
It's always going to be there, brother. You can go back over it. Just go back over it and, just copy it down from what it is. Word for word or whatever's there. They're your pieces. That's your Wataka. Because, one day when you're ready to come to the Stargate with me, you will be proficient at least 2 or 3 of the items, which is what I'm asking for, just to be proficient at 2 or 3 of the understandings in there, and then get into action in the program, when we go on location. And this is Lemuria, before Atlantis. Well, thanks for... Go ahead.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that coming on. I got a lot more questions. There's just the internet. Wawa to you, brother.
Wawa, brother. Wawa to you. Thank you.
Wawa.
Chimigwich. Chimi Nui Nui. Wawa, we'll see you. Hey, Tamake, could you bring up the Wataka, the symbol, the image of the Wataka?
Give me a moment.
Yes, Wawa to you, Aloha Nation. Of course, we wanted to begin with our brothers and sisters in the Palestine and in Israel, and the right of return. Go ahead, Tamaki. Wow, Huna. Good to see you down there. So, sweet dear ones, I don't know if you've seen, these are the code structures, incredible, infinite, eternal code structures of the Wataka, known as the Wataka. This is the manual. It's in a variety of forms, in a multi-dimensional format. As you learn the Dragon Masters, you begin to go through each of the pieces of the module that shares the meanings and everything behind this, and the details, and do the breakdown. Okay. And so it does share the 28-day cycles. It does share the seasons of love, and it shares the omnipresent Ma'ita, which is the at least one part of the six-pointed star of the tetrahedron expansion, the expansion of the tetrahedron. Okay. Yeah, you can take a screenshot of this. It's okay. I do have the banners here. We do have the banners available on the website, houseofhuna.earth. Vinyl banners, also nylon banners, all kinds of sizes. And sit in front of this. If you're just sitting with this in meditation and bringing sound, you'll have an incredible journey through here. Did somebody say Hercules was white, Tracy? I don't recall anyone saying he was white, but this is the Wataka, the manual. Feel it in the 9 senses. The way to learn the Wataka is through 9 senses. Okay, so I want to complete this call here now with you, completing with the Lemurian manual known as the Wataka. I thoroughly enjoyed the call. Of course, I always do, kicking it around with all of you. And I'm usually here. Usually here every Sunday. If I'm not on the road, I try to catch you, but I'm usually here every Unrata, which means the 0 point day, the day of zero, and just taking in information in the light of the sun, in the light of days, always in the light of days. Anything else to share?
Book your birth chart readings.
Yes, book the birth chart readings. It's incredible. Richard has done that, or is he doing that?
No.
Okay.
It's always a blast.
Yes, Quantum Navigator.earth. Also, the Lemurian Oracle at flc.earth. All kind of stuff. We'll get out of here and share those websites with you and those links. Have a question for me next time? Yes, Karen Palachati, you can only research the Wataka from the Lemurian side. It's something that if you Google it, you'll probably hit us. Something that you cannot find typically. Energy flow, Richard, energy flow. Cash is not the flow, energy is the flow. All right. All right, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. Thank you. Greetings, dear Mahari Wa'ata. Wawa. Thank you, all you sweet dear ones, for joining again. Good to see you. Spirited conversation, as usual. We'll get out of here by sharing these businesses, Huna's alignments with you. Wawa.
Hi, I'm your light shaman. Are you experiencing unpleasant energies in your home and surroundings and waking up in the middle of the night? My work involves clearing individuals, homes, and communities. Contact me at www.lightshaman.earth and I would be happy to help.
Go beyond the distorted codes of the draconian matrix and get a Lemurian oracle reading with Huna Kahasahi. For more information or to book your oracle reading, go to www.flc.earth. For all of our expecting families, we have pre- and post-birth sound healing sessions with Huna Kahiwaha, available in person in Vancouver or anywhere online. Go to www.harmonizedfamilyroots.earth. Tetrahedrons and obelisks for your on-site ceremonies, handmade and coated with Kotahara crystal dust by Huna Hikahima. Shipping is available worldwide. Go to www.shiningstar.earth.